Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. I haven't done this in a really long time. Hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare, and I am back after a several month hiatus to play some Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. I know I've been working on Disgaea for a while, but I wanted to do something in between that I'm really familiar with. So I picked a game that I've played numerous times, I love to death, and I would just enjoy playing in my general spare free time. I love Disgaea, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I need to take a break, especially since that game is so grind heavy. You need to spend hours upon hours on it. And in between, I wanted to do something just a little bit more light, at least on the gameplay side. So I went with this. First things first. I guess I don't really need to set up the options. I'm sorry if you hear me moving around just a little bit. I kind of have a small setup right now. So start. And at the very beginning here, we get to pick our classes. Clavat is sort of your all-round class. They specialize in melee combat usually, but they do have decent spells. If you're brand new to the Crystal Chronicles series, I recommend starting with Clavats. They have both male and female, it doesn't make a difference, it's just pure aesthetic. Ukes specialize in magic, however their physical attacks are not very good. Lilties specialize in offensive. They are great for strong attacks, especially strong charge attacks. If you want to do just a massive amount of damage at one time, I recommend going with Lilties. However, they aren't very good at magic, they have low MP, so you're not going to be well off with healing. Now the class I'm going with is Selkie, and Selkie is almost identical to Clavat, though they do have lower stats pretty much all around from Clavat. So you're going to do less attack, you're going to have less MP, you're going to have less magical range. However, one thing that is vital with Selkies is that they have extra jumping power, which means you can clear terrain that none of the other classes can. So if you're playing solo, especially a Selkie is wonderful to have in your party for platforming, and that is what I'm going to be going with. Not only for the platforming aspect, but because Selkie is my favorite class in the Crystal Chronicles series. Not just for their appearance, but also for their lore. So I'm going to be going with a female Selkie. You can also name your character. I am going to name her Ren after myself. Where's there? They have this set up like a real keyboard. I had to think about it for a minute.
Good morning, Bren. Did you have that dream again?
Aw, come on, cheer up. Today's the day for your coming-of-age ceremony. Charlotta is waiting for you in the forest. Good luck. And first things first, we get to talk to all of the villagers. Awake at last, are we? Well, happy birthday, Bren. It's the big 1-6, huh? We're throwing a party when you get back from your coming-of-age ceremony. I'm making your favorite treats, so make sure you pass. But isn't it funny you have the same dream, like, every night? Hey, I know! It's because you miss Charlotta, isn't it? Aw, that's so cute! Anywho, you better get to the forest for that coming-of-age ceremony pronto. We're throwing a party when you get back from that coming-of-age ceremony. That should be the last of what she says. You don't have to talk to everyone here, I just find it easier if you do. And that's like half of the enjoyment of this game is the characters. Good morning, Bren. Looks like you overslept, huh? That's not unusual for me. I can't talk though. I only just woke up myself. I did go to bed nice and early. Seems like I'm always sleeping these days. Same. Mom always said that kids need to sleep to grow up healthy and strong. At this rate, I'll be the strongest girl in the village in no time. You sleep in every morning. Is that why you grew up so fast? It is true, I do sleep in every morning. I seriously don't wake up until like 2 in the afternoon. This year's going to be I cannot talk. This year's going to be another bumper crop, I just know it. Yep, and I'm going to put Jennifer here and Amanda over there. Stephanie, you'll be behind Christina near the back. You're all going to be so beautiful. You know, Leon, I really wish you'd stop naming your vegetables. Errol, are you kidding? That's the most important bit. Oh, hey Bren. Man, you like your beauty sleep, huh? But as of today, you're a real grown-up. You have to start acting like one. Why? What's so special about today? Wait, it isn't Bren's birthday, is it? I didn't plan any surprises or anything. Hey, it's cool. Ilna said she was going to set something up. Why don't you go and help her? Okay, I'll do that. Later. Bren, be nice to Errol, okay? You know she's my favorite little sister. I thought she was your only little sister. Anyway, happy birthday, okay? Your cow is kind of in the middle of the field. Hello, cow! Also, I love that the scarecrow looks like a uke. Why didn't anybody tell me? Sorry, Bren. Really? Okay, they just all say the same thing. If you talk to them, it'll advance what they say later on in the game, whereas if you don't, it'll limit their dialogue. So you kind of want to talk to everybody and hear everything out. Young Bren, is it? Did you sleep well? Today is your 16th birthday, a very important day. Whenever the young people of this village turn 16, they must go into the forest. There, they are recognized as adults in a coming-of-age ceremony. Do you see how crystal clear this water is? In the same way, the ceremony will cleanse your soul and body. Hey, Bren! You don't have time to stand around listening to Gramps yap all day. You've got to get to the forest. Ilna, where are your manners? I am the headsman of this village, the headsman, and I expect to be treated as such. We've been looking forward to this day for 16 years. I'm sure Bren wants to hear my thoughts on this occasion. Today is also your birthday, of course. Yes, yes. I have as much right as anyone to enjoy this occasion. I'm the village headsman, after all. Oh, just ignore Gramps, Bren. It's always the same old speech he always gives. Ugh. I'll have you know I stayed up all night preparing my speech. Aw, poor guy. Hey Hey Bren, did you sleep in again? You've always loved your morning shut-eye, but are you ready for the ceremony? Hey Bren, guess you became a grown-up, huh? Last night, Pa and the others went off to the forest to prepare something. They won't tell me what, though. Nope, didn't mention your name or nothing. Don't you know anything? They're holding the ceremony in the forest for Bren. Okay, but if you're so smart, why don't you tell me what they do in the ceremony? Well, it's, you know, you tie a rope around your ankles and, jump off a cliff. That is so awesome! Ain't that cool, Bren? I can't wait for my growing up ceremony. Ugh. I love these two. So anyway, good luck. You are so lucky. Good morning, Bren. Congratulations on your birthday. Oh, don't mind me. I was awake all night and my tongue gets sleepy when I'm tired. Look, why don't you just go to bed for a bit? No one can understand you anyway. Oh no, I have to watch Bren pass the ceremony. You'll be asleep long before then, I bet. Oh, whatever. Good morning, Bren. Today's finally the day, huh? Are you ready? The coming of age ceremony will be a piece of cake. Just go in, get the job done, and get out fast. Bren, the weak point is the top of the heath. The heath! Anyway, like I said, don't mess around and you'll be fine. Piece of old junk still going. Yeah, I've had those days. That was actually sort of me this morning. I got numerous phone calls, so it was like, just startled awake and then just go right back to sleep. Oh, teacher, can you teach me magic? Please, please, please! Ugh, no. How many times do I have to tell you? You're still too young. Oh, hello, Bren. Today's the big day, eh? As soon as the ceremony is over, you'll officially be an adult. If you wish to pursue the magic arts, I'd be more than happy to take you on as a student. Under my guidance, you could become one of the greatest spellcasters, if you wanted enough, that is. Teacher, it isn't fair! Listen, Bren, if you do decide to learn magic with teacher, remember that I was here first. That puts me in charge. Whatever I say goes. Agreed? Around here, I'm the boss character. Oh gosh, I almost forgot. Happy birthday, Bren. You're a real grown-up now. I'm so jealous. Good luck with the ceremony. To think you're all grown up already. You know, it's up to you now to choose your future path. From here on out, you're responsible for your own decisions and behavior. Act with honor, and never have any regrets. Fancy speech, huh, kiddo? But remember, it doesn't count until you complete that coming-of-age ceremony. Because you never know. Not everyone passes. Teacher! You're not implying that Bren won't... Don't listen to him, Bren. I'm sure you'll be fine. I love this teacher. Good luck, T. I know he's probably meant to be like Scottish or something, but I'm not really good with accents. There you are, Kupo. Charlotta is waiting for you in the forest. If you think you're ready to go on in, Kupo. By the way, that save stone is for saving your game, Kupo. You can also use save stones to switch to multiplayer, Kupo. So yes, if you have either the Wii version or the DS version, I'm currently playing the DS version, you can use this crystal to link with other players. It doesn't even have to be locally, it can be online, though I suppose online doesn't work for Nintendo anymore, hence one of the reasons why I'm all alone. just save real quick. See, you just go down to save and play in multiplayer, which I'm not going to do. I suppose you could still play locally, but again, I'm the only one here. I've been waiting, Kupo. Charlotta told me I had to teach you about the basics of battle, Kupo. And this is just a tutorial, you can skip it if you want, but I'll go through it just for whatever. Very well, then listen to me, Kupo. Take a look at the battle screen. On the bottom left of the top screen, you can see your character's HP and MP. HP stands for hit points. When these reach 0, that character can't fight anymore, Kupo. MP stands for magic points. You need magic points to cast spells, Kupo. Clear so far? Now let's look at the battle controls, Kupo. You attack with A and jump with B. Use Y to pick up items. You can attack when you're in midair, Kupo. Simple, Kupo? Let's see what else you can do. You can press Y to pick up a monster. Then you can press A to attack the monster you're holding. Turn to face a wall or tree and press A to slam the beastie against it, Kupo. Yeah, this is good for quest knowledge and stuff, but I rarely ever use it. Monsters that get body slammed like that sometimes drop items. It's cheaper than the shop, Kupo. If you climb on top of a monster, you can attack it with A. For flying monsters, you can jump into the air and grab them, and then attack by pressing A. And this usually only happens on accident. It's easy! Now practice what you just learned with the monsters here. Yeah, I usually don't use any of those techniques because your weapon does more damage than attacking like that, which kind of ignores your weapon stats. Star Carrot is to restore health. Vegetables that you find on the field restore health, whereas fruit that you find on the field restores MP. And you're just going to want to grab everything. There's not really a limit to how much you can hold, so just take it all. Most of this stuff is going to be used for weapon and armor crafting later if you decide to get into that. Some weapons and armor can only be created with crafting, so it's usually not necessary until late in the game, but it's better to start now. And this is how most characters can jump, by the way, just like this. Selkies can do this. Yeah. That's why I'm a Selkie. Though eventually, not very far in, I'll be able to create more characters and I can swap between them, so it doesn't entirely matter what you choose at the beginning, because you'll eventually be able to create all of the characters. There's some other ones that you can recruit later on too. And unfortunately you can't combo early in the game, which is why I'm just attacking the way I am, but you can attack faster if you are pushing forward while attacking. So instead, this is the normal attack pace. Pretty darn slow, but if you like nudge forward and then attack, you can do this. And water no longer hurts you like it does in Ring of Fates, and to dive down into it, just press X. Sorry, I'm used to playing with like Xbox recently, so the controls are backwards for their names. Come on, you. I actually had to look down for a second. I know what to press in muscle memory, but when you're used to swapping back and forth between an Xbox controller and Nintendo, things can be just a little bit confusing. at least naming-wise. There we go, paddle charge. Now you can hold down the A button, wait for that glow, and do this. It uses a little bit of MP, but you can do large amounts of damage at once. Oh, and I forgot that I didn't read the sign from the other one. It just said to put the blue pedestal on, the blue stone onto the blue pedestal. Hit the switch to activate it. Yeah, you're not missing a whole lot with that. Dive underwater to collect items lying at the bottom of lakes and ponds. Yeah, I already showed that off. The ceremony is almost complete. Go forward, young adventurer, and face your destiny. Yeah, through here is the boss, so hope you're prepared. And that's the weak point up there, that black and orange thing. It'll hold true for most bosses. Health is up there, on the big red bar, easy enough. Just be careful being up here, because he can throw us off. So you usually want to wait until he stops drilling and then immediately get off. Dang it. And you can keep from slamming into the ground if you press A while you're still in the air. There we go. Get up here. Hurry. I wish I had attacked with my weapons, but... Oh, and he's stunned. Perfect. I wish I could do this with my weapons, but unfortunately the range up here is pretty darn low. Oh, and by the way, you can cast magic by holding the X button down, like this. It doesn't really do much for him. But if you tap the green one, it's your healing spell in case you get too low. So, one moment. Go down like this, and you can heal yourself. Not really necessary right now, but I thought I'd show it off just in case some people are struggling. Avoid the laser beam. No, 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 no. Oh, yeah, that's why you want to get off his head faster. And he's down. Time to collect all our loot. Some of these have items, so I thought I might as well get them.
Looking for someone? I'm right here. Well, kid, you made it through the test. I guess that proves you know your stuff. I suppose I'm gonna have to pass you, huh? What did you expect? Fireworks and dancing bears? Oh, I do have something for you, though. Just think of it as a little graduation present. Here, take it.
You obtained a crystal. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like much, especially compared to the big one there. But I really didn't have anything else I could give you. I hope you like it anyway. Happy birthday, Bren. Yes, Charlotte is my favorite character in this whole thing. I love her. How was your first battle? Tougher than you thought? Those old things always have a weak point. It's usually marked with some kind of design or decoration. Did you notice the pattern on its head? If you're in a fight and nothing you do seems to have an effect, check out the foe really carefully. You're a real grown-up now. You have to learn how to take care of yourself. Anyway, our coming-of-age ceremony is over. Well done, kiddo. Boy, to think my little Bren is a grown-up already. Seems like just yesterday you were only knee-high. Time really does fly. She's our adoptive mother, by the way. Don't mind me, just reminiscing. Anyway, time to head back to the village. You're not injured or anything, right? So go on ahead. I'll catch you later. Here, let me open the shortcut for you. I'll catch you later. You head back to the village. Everyone will be waiting. And here's the magnificent crystal of our village. Yeah, if you're a Selkie, you can actually do this. Ta-da! And just head back. Monsters do respawn if you leave, which is usually pretty good for grinding, which we may need to do just a little bit of. I'll try to do most of it between streams if I can, though I might need to grind just a little bit here and there. Not too much. It's pretty easy as well. It's not like you need to strategize or anything. It is, after all, an action RPG. I just want to get the stuff at least in this first room. Maybe it'll let me level up one more. Maybe. Please. Nope. Oh well. Hey Bren, welcome back. How'd it go? Did you do it? Did you get hurt? Oh, wow. Congratulations. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey Charlotta, welcome back. Remember, you're a grown-up now. You can't just play all the time like you used to. You have to start preparing to live out your own life, on your own 2 feet. But if Bren goes off on her own, won't that make you feel lonely? I beg your pardon? Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Anyway, let's go. We made a really tasty meal. I helped cook it and everything. That sounds wonderful. Come on, everyone will be waiting. Bren? Charlotta? I don't feel so good. Errol? Charlotta, is Errol alright? Is she going to be okay? She's feeling a lot better now. Leon and Ilna are looking after her. But the sickness, can it be? There's no doubt about it. She's caught the crystal sickness. But how could that be? Why Errol? And why now? What's the crystal sickness? She'll be alright, won't she? We have medicine, right? There is a cure, but the ingredients we need cannot be found in this forest. So we have to look outside the forest, right? The ingredients might be somewhere. We'll just have to find them. Please, please, we have to make Errol better again. I'll do anything, anything at all. I'll study magic every night. I'll clean my room without being told. No, no, no. Please, Bakken, help her. She was my very first friend in this village. Felby, you're Errol's friend. Why don't you do something, please? Well? Why is everyone just standing around? If we don't do anything, Errol might... You see, we can never leave this village. None of us can. It's the law, and we must obey it. The law? Who made that up? Who went and decided something like that? You're saying you're all willing to watch Errol die because of some stupid rule. Norshalin, that is enough. But what about Errol? Poor Norshalin. I totally understand, though. Crystal sickness. I expected Bren to succumb, but not someone like Errol. We're supposed to be safe from the illness. The world is changing after all this time. Charlotta? It's just... oh, never mind. Our concern right now is Errol. The crystal sickness can be cured if we have the right medicine. There's no guarantee it would work on the young girl. Not in the state she's in. Agreed, but we have to try regardless. There's simply no other way. I'll have to leave the village and search for medicine. Out there. No, impossible. We need you here to watch over Errol in case her condition worsens. But I'm the only one who can go into the outside world. Who else? Well, there is somebody. No way! Remember, Bren has completed her coming-of-age ceremony. It's time Bren be allowed to stand on her own 2 feet. Besides, she's going to have to learn about the outside world sooner or later. Yeah, I know, but... it's a big, dangerous world out there for a child. How can I help but not be scared for her? You see how much Charlotta loves you, Bren. Huh? How long have you been... Listen, I do trust you. You know that, right? I believe you can do anything you put your mind to. We made our mom flustered. Don't you mind Norshalin now. She's just so worried about little Errol that she doesn't know what she's saying. This crystal sickness that Errol has caught is a disease that's been around these parts for hundreds of years. In the old days, many people caught it in their youth, but we had medicine that fixed it soon enough. The thing is, almost no one falls ill with it anymore, except for that other time. We never think to keep the ingredients on hand. What would be the point? These days, I reckon most folk haven't even heard of the crystal sickness. You're not bound by the law of the village like we are. You can do and act as you please. You can go where you want. Very interesting. We'll find out more about why that is later. Ren, I'm so sorry about earlier. I just kind of lost it. I know the village has its rules. I was wrong to yell. Ren, if you leave this village and follow the main road, eventually you'll reach a big town. I used to live there before I came here to study with Teacher. It's full of scholars and adventurers who travel there from all over the world. I'm sure someone will be able to sell you the medicine you need for Errol. I'd love to go with you, but I have such a terrible sense of direction, I'd never find the way. The truth is, I only stumbled onto this village because I got completely lost in the woods. Teacher is the one who saved me. Since then, I've gone out lots of times on errands for Teacher. But I've never even made it out of the woods, let alone reach town. I always get lost and someone has to come and rescue me. Oh, Errol, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. Please help her, Bren. She's the first friend I ever had in this village. If something were to happen to her, I don't know what I'd do. I know you'll find the perfect medicine in town. Bring it back and save Errol. Bren, it is most unfortunate that this has happened on your birthday. I never imagined Errol would succumb to the crystal sickness. Although she is about that age. The sickness affects some people who live near crystals. It usually strikes in childhood. Bren, you grew up here, so you don't think giant crystals are particularly unusual. But in the outside world, they probably no longer exist. The crystal in this forest is very special. It's the last of its kind in the world. Once upon a time, crystals were everywhere, and the crystal sickness was common. Well, we call it a sickness, but it's actually something different. People who catch it become stronger. Afterwards, they'd never fall ill again. We considered it a blessing and celebrated whenever a child fell ill with it. Do you remember when you caught it? You were the same age as Errol. You've never been sick since then, have you? And when you get hurt, you heal much faster than normal people. That's the crystal sickness too. Yeah, I wish it was real. But despite that, Errol is in serious danger. Even if we had the medicine. Felpy. Mom, is Errol okay? Ilna and Leon are looking after her. They say she's feeling a little better. We'll bring her some fruit later, alright? She looked really sick, huh? She couldn't even stand up. But when she gets better, she'll be stronger than before. After she recovers, she won't get sick all the time like she used to, right? That's right. You'll be playing together in no time. Yeah, I hope they cure her real soon. Help. I guess they don't get along as well as she thought they did. Can't we make medicine for Errol with the ingredients from the forest? No. When Bren got sick, we searched and searched, but no luck. Waltrill knows the recipe, but we just don't have the ingredients we need. Waltrill is the Uke, by the way, the adult Uke. That girl has a weak stomach, too. I am worried about her. Crystal sickness always hits hardest the first few days. I wish we could do something. I just hate seeing her in pain like that, trying to act brave. If only we had medicine. What ingredient do we need? Maybe I could look for it. I don't think so. It's attached to a very powerful monster. I guess monster hunting's kinda over my head. You think? What a pair. Yeah, this one is the son of these two, which actually makes him half Clavat, half Silky. He's become more common as the series progresses. I'm worried. I sure hope she gets better soon. Oops, I'm trying to talk to this one. If only we had medicine. And anything up here? No. Save. And here's the overworld. It looks pretty barren now, but as we learn more places that we can go, stuff will start to appear. Like there's actually a dungeon right here. There's a dungeon that's going to appear over here. And I don't think there's anything at the gate yet, but I kind of want to check. I haven't seen you around before. Are you new? Come to see the ruins, have you? Well, they're pretty famous, I guess. But you must really like ruins if you've come all the way out here. I don't understand the attraction myself. The thing here was built back in the ancient times. It's some sort of gate, obviously. Although the only thing it leads to is a great big hole in the ground. You be careful not to fall in. I wonder why the ancients built an elaborate gate that leads to nowhere. There's nothing but wasteland as far as the eye can see. Frontier Control sent me to keep watch here, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be guarding. I sure hope this assignment doesn't last too long. Either way you look at it, it's a gate, and it's all I have to look at until my assignment's over. Yep, big old stone road to nothing. At least for now. And this looks suspicious, but we can't do anything with it yet. Okay, back on the main point. Is this your first visit? In the middle of this town, there is a great library. Archaeologists from the world over gather here to study artifacts of the ancient civilization. It's a fine thing that a young lady such as yourself would come here for the sake of your own betterment. What better way for a young person to spend her time than reflecting on the legends of the ancient civilization and partaking in its wisdom? There you go again, trying to turn every newcomer you see into a bookworm archaeologist. There's more to this town than that musty old library. Treasure hunters come here from all over the place, looking for the fortunes hidden in nearby ruins. Yep, this town is full of adventurers who dare to dream big. If you're looking for willing companions, you'll find plenty of them here. Ah, treasure hunters, my eye. Bandits and grave robbers, that's all they are. This town would be better off without the lot of them. Oh, shut it. No, sir, you shut it. Huh. Well, young lady, why don't you tell me where you came from? There's nothing around this town but ancient ruins and wastelands, stretching away as far as the eye can see. I know of no other towns or villages nearby, and you don't look like an experienced traveler. It must have been frightfully difficult for you to come all this way. What's that? The forest, you say? You don't mean that forest? The place where witches dwell and the trees grow so thick and close? That not even the sun can penetrate its eerie depths? You shouldn't joke about things like that. Dark humor doesn't suit you. Forget about that forest and stop telling stories about it. A little bit of lore is that this is sort of an offshoot village from the main games, in that it's so far out the only people who really inhabit it are treasure hunters. Ooh, my Claus Kaiser is being all affectionate. Excuse me. Oh, he must really like you. He never does that to me. Not that I'm jealous or anything. You're totally jealous. It's okay. Cats do that to you. Hello, welcome to Custom Fabrications. We produce custom items using materials provided by our clients. Not only can we customize equipment you already own, but if you buy a scroll, we can take your custom orders and produce completely new items. What can we do for you today? Medicine for crystal sickness? Well, I'm afraid we can't help you with that. Perhaps there's something else we can do for you? And this is where you're going to be customizing all of your stuff. I really don't have anything I want to make yet, so you can buy scrolls if you want to. Nothing really all that good yet. And I really don't recommend buying materials early in the game because it's all stuff you can just get by regular grinding. Thank you, come again soon. Speaking of which, this is going to be the only hub in the game, so the shops will just update periodically. Welcome! From morning to night, Ye Compliant Adventurer is here to support all your exploring and plundering needs. Huh? crystal sickness medicine. This isn't a pharmacy, you know. And I've never heard of that disease. Would an ice flask of cure do the trick? No. That's about all we have in stock. And if you don't want to deal with customization, you could just go here to buy your weapons and armor. Currently, there's not really too much. This is what we already have equipped. We're working with our suppliers to expand our range. Drop by every now and then to see what's new. Oops, I meant to talk to the dog. Woof! Like, hello, you're new. I love that he just sits on the counter, he's so cute. And nobody up here, currently. Sometimes there is. Welcome to Ye Olde Storage Shop. We provide total asset management solutions for adventurers. Are your hands full of armor, weapons, and other items? Then just leave it all with us. We look after your baggage so you can look after yourself. The service is provided free of charge by the town. It won't cost you a gill. Of course your goods are safe with us. We'll never lose, sell, or give away your precious belongings. Honest, you get everything back just as you left it. Gosh, I wish stuff like that existed in real life. But we don't need to do anything here yet. Though if you do find yourself overburdened with items, you can just leave it here. Where is he? There he is. He's staring at the corner for some reason. What do you want with me? You can probably tell, but I'm a full-fledged hardcore mercenary. The thing is, I'm not into babysitting wet-nosed rookies. No offense. Hey, when you're as experienced as me, you get offers all the time. I have over 100 hours of playtime. You're looking for fellow adventurers? Oh, you want me to be your ally? And obviously we do not have the amount of time yet in order to get him. He's super easy if we go and do other modes later, just because you'll rack up that amount of time anyway, but I'll say be my ally, but he obviously won't agree to it. So how many hours have you played? Not good enough. Look, I'm in a friendly mood, so I'll let you in on a secret. There's no way I'm going to be allies with someone who hasn't put in some serious time with the game yet. Yay, goodbye, fourth wall. So yeah, you can either get him just through regular playtime, usually in hard or super hard mode, which unlocks after you beat the game, or you could just leave the DS on, it's up to you. Greetings, we redeem scratch cards, Kupo. If you have a winning scratch card, you can use the special effect described on the back, Kupo. And I don't have any, but normally what these do is if you find a scratch card in the field, you can bring it in, scratch it off, and if you get a winning combo, you can take a certain special effect into the field. Usually it's something like a protection spell, or the ability to jump higher for any race, not just Selkie. I'm probably not going to be using these for the main game, if I'm going to be completely honest. Mostly because I kinda forget they're there. And hello, Stiltskin. You want to try a quest? Well, you're talking to the right Moogle. The guild hires me to run the quest side of the operation. You know, processing applications, provide info. Remember, this ain't no charity. If you want to go questing, you've got to have the gil. Of course, you get rewarded if you do the job right. I also handle the payouts. We're always adding more quests as information comes from adventurers, so check back regularly. Questing is all about give and take, right? So if you find any good info, you be sure to let me know. Here are the quests we have right now. In other words, you can do quests, but it is going to cost you gil. However, you can usually get better items in return. I'm probably going to save most of these until slightly later in the game. A few I'll do, like the cooking quests, but most of these I'm going to put off. Largely because I don't care for most of the rewards, and sometimes they are higher level than you anticipate them to be. Some of these are also require you to be in groups, that's why these ones are grayed out, because they require 2 to 4 people. Some of them are competitive, some of them are cooperative. But since, again, I'm here alone, I can't do them right now anyways. And now for the big thing I need to do. Hey, you're new, aren't you? Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. If you're looking for adventure companions, you've come to the right place. We can fill out your party by introducing you to fellow adventurers to join on your expeditions. But the only people we have listed are level 1 rookies. You'll have to train them up yourself. If it's expert adventurers you're looking for, then hire a mercenary or 2. But good mercs are always in demand, and they can be really picky about pay and conditions and stuff. If recruitment is a hassle, you can strike out on your own. It's your adventure, you decide. We can hook you up with as many new traveling mates as you want. But if your party gets too big, you won't be able to outfit everyone properly. Smart adventuring is all about balancing resources. If you do travel with allies, you can change their AI settings in the status screen. When you're out on the field, bring the party together by pressing L. It's not too hard once you get the hang of it. Best way to learn is to just try it out yourself. So, what can I do for you? And here is where we either get the mercenaries, like the Buckethead Lilty we just talked to, or you can create your own characters. I'm going to create 3 more characters, 1 of each tribe, just to fill out my party. So there's me, and once you get more, they'll fill up in here. Start with a Clavat. Where is the... There we go. And then you just click her, add to party, and she's in. Next, I'll probably go with the Uke next. And finally, a Lilty. And the names usually do mean things. They are... all of these names, you probably tend to see these in my Let's Plays over and over, but they are characters from other things like tabletop RPGs and MMOs. I kinda tend to use the same set of names for stuff. And if you stand on this thing, you can do a pose and get a closer look at your outfit if you want, since when you change your weapons and armor, they physically change in the game as well. But we're not quite there yet. And I know it's a little cumbersome to have 4 people right at the start, but it helps. Hello, haven't seen you before. Are you new in town? This is the main plaza, and over there is the Great Library. It's the town's pride and joy. It was built at the same time as the ancient ruins that surround the town. But over the centuries, it's been renovated and rebuilt so many times. It's become like a maze inside. People were always getting lost, so the authorities sealed most of it off. Imagine having so many books that it turns into a maze. That would be awesome. May I please live there? Nowadays, hardly anyone knows what lies in the deeper recesses of the building. Dust, lots of it, and book mites. But listen to me, I sound like a tour guide. I mean, you don't look like a tourist. And my guess is you're not here for the archaeology or treasure hunting. Medicine for crystal sickness? I've never heard of that disease. Maybe you should ask the old gentleman in the library. I think he's read every book in that library. He must know everything about everything. I'm sure he would be able to help. If you want to know about that crystal stuff, talk to the old man in the library. Oh, by the way, you can also play as the other characters if you want. Just either tap their profile pictures or hold R and press up and down. And you can do it slightly faster too, especially if you tap it, but I'm just showing off. The crystal sickness? Nah, can't say I've ever heard of it. Sounds bad though. Is that right? It's something that kids catch. Well, I've always been as strong as an ox, so I wouldn't know anything about getting sick. Why don't you try asking someone else? Oh, I know. You could go to the library. I'm sure they have books about medicine. That great huge library takes up half the town. It would be nice if someone got to some use out of it. And yeah, I prefer to do stuff without using the touchscreen just because I'm very finicky about using touchscreens. I'm always, like, concerned that I'll break them or crack them or get them dirty. I can't even get fingerprints on screens. I'm just weird like that. If you went to the library, I bet you'd find books about medicine. Okay, that's what it says. But yeah, I love touchscreens, but I also really hate touchscreens. Ew, there it is again! Yeah, the town fountain is turning into something the Swamp Thing wouldn't want to live in. Man, it stinks. Sure does. It's kind of like rotting fish and wet fur all at the same time. Yuck. We've got to do something. You think an animal has gotten into the underground aqueducts? Ugh, I feel sick. Why don't you check it out? I really don't like dank, smelly places. Who does? Except maybe for certain magic beasts, which I'm not, by the way. Wait, you don't think... Phew-wee! Yep, super stinky. Yeah, one of the places I lived in pretty much had this problem. It was nasty. You cannot use the water, you can drink the water. It was awful. Ah, come on! Please, please, please! That's enough! I told you, if you drink too many cold drinks, you'll get a tummy ache. But I'm so thirsty! Then drink some water. Finally, a responsible parent. Ew! No way! You know what happens to naughty children, don't you? The Wicked Witch of the Forest comes and takes them away. And once you're in the woods, you won't ever be able to get out again. Oh, that's not true. That's just a stupid story to scare kids. There aren't any witches in the forest. What even is a witch in this universe? Magic is commonplace. We have races that specialize in magic. What is a witch? Actually, every word of it is true. Huh? You're just trying to scare me, but I don't believe in witches. You believe in ukes? One's right in front of you. I used to think the same. That is, until I went to the forest and saw the witch with my very own eyes. No way! Yep, I saw her all right. It was years and years ago now. Oh, so it's an old story, is it? Well, I guess we're safe now, right? People have been telling stories about a young girl wandering that forest for as long as I can remember. I suppose people figured she must be a witch or something. Anyway, the stories have been passed from parent to child down through the years. My mother heard it from her grandmother, and she heard it from my great-granddad, and so on. We ukes live long, long lives. But when I saw that girl in the forest, she looked just like she'd been described in the old stories. So imagine how old she must be. The lands around here are full of ruins from the ancient civilization. I wonder if that girl... Ah! That reminds reminds me, there was a girl from town a few years ago who disappeared into the forest. Right, a young Ute girl. Her name was Norshalin, wasn't it? She was always very timid. It must have been awful for her, alone and lost deep in that forest. And you can choose which way you want to mess with them, either saying she still gets lost, or hey, I live in the forest. I'm just gonna say she still gets lost. Because that's probably what I'd say in real life. I'm horrible. No, you mustn't take my child from me. No! Well, I don't know who you are, but thank you. You've got that girl so scared, I don't think she'll go within a mile of that forest. Although I don't mind admitting, you managed to scare me a little too. But I wasn't trying to scare you. Or was I? Now, you look like a fine and mighty young adventurer. I, the greatest chef in the world, have a request. Yes, for you. Whatever the ingredients, I can turn them into something mouth-wateringly scrumptious. How? Because I am the greatest, of course. However, there is one kind of ingredient that I have yet to use in a dish. What is that, you ask? Why, monsters, of course. Monsters. My new culinary mission is to craft monstrously good meals from meaty morsels of monster. Of course, I cannot risk injury to myself outside the town. Although I put a request at the guild, the results have been most unsatisfying. So, my young friend, will you help me? I want moos from the forest, but you must defeat them using only fire spells. You cannot use weapons or other kinds of magic. My plan is to serve the toasted little moos just as they are. Sound delightfully delish, eh? No, squirrel doesn't sound good to me, no. You can accept my mission at the quest shop. You are my great hope. And that's how you get some quests. And yes, I know squirrels are technically edible, but as someone who doesn't enjoy meat anyways, that sounds even less appetizing. Hello, hello. I haven't seen you around before. Are you new? By the looks of you, I'd say you're not here to train or become a scholar. Ah, the innocence of youth. I remember when I first came to town, chasing my dreams. And then... it's funny how life turns out sometimes. Isn't that the truth? My advice to you is to try lots of different things while you're still young. The town is chock-a-block full of adventurers like yourself. It can be a lot of fun to go exploring with people you've never met before. Even if you don't share a common language, you can still enjoy the adventure together. It can be a lot of fun to go exploring with people you've never met before. I have the worst luck. What's wrong? I thought you were really excited about that thing you found. What was it now? A treasure map you bought from the antique shop, right? Yeah, well, I went to look at it, and the stupid wind blew it out of my hands. It flew up into the air and right into the forest, gone forever. Well, well, I suppose the lesson here is not to open maps in windy places. That map showed treasure all over the place. I really do have the worst luck. I am sorry. How much did the map cost? 2 gil. I think the map was a fake. I suppose everyone needs to have a dream. No, we'll eventually find that map too, and it will allow us to open more quests in the quest shop for treasure.
Are you... Can I be of service?
And it's the creepy guy we saw at the very beginning of the game. I see. So a child from your village has fallen ill, yeah? I can't do a German accent, I apologize. And when the villagers saw the symptoms, they determined that it was the crystal sickness. It is strange that there are people around who still know of that disease. Crystals are powerful objects that emit continuous energy waves. In small quantities, this is harmless. But if a person is subject to a large amounts of radiation over a sustained period, their body begins to change. That change is called the crystal sickness. But it is a very ancient illness. The crystals are long gone from this world, so why should anyone fall ill now? Do I sense a crystal? Do you have one? Yeah, it is indeed a crystal, and one of incredible purity at that. Does this mean that the crystals are returning? Surely that cannot be. Tell me, child, where did you find this object? Come, you must tell me. Ah, my apologies. First, you want to help the child with the crystal sickness, yeah? I know how to make the medicine you seek. Perhaps we can help each other, yeah? There is something I need done as part of my archaeological research. If you agree to help me, then I will make the medicine for you. What do you say? Well, I don't really have any other choice. Good. Then we have a deal. My name is Larcasius. First, to complete my end of the bargain, I must have a Buphosaur horn to brew the medicine. You will find me one while I am preparing the other ingredients. The Buphosaur is a magical beast that lives near water. It is very powerful, but easily succumbs to magic. Yeah, it's scary, but not too scary. Do you know how to use magic? If not, perhaps I can teach you. Would you like that? I already know how to use magic, but I'm still going to take the lesson. Very well, let us begin the basics. To use magic, you must have MP. The amount of MP you need depends on your tribe and the spell you wish to cast. If you do not have enough MP, then you cannot cast the spell. You can replenish MP by taking items from the foes that you defeat. Fruit, usually. Not just regular items, he means fruit. This is just for practice, so you have unlimited MP. Now, take a look at the lower screen. On the right, you can see the magic panels, yeah? These show the magic you can use. You select a spell to cast by touching the magic panel. From top to bottom, the spells are Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Cure, Raise, and Clear. Or you can hold down R and press left and right instead. This way, you don't have to touch the screen. Thank you! I hate touchscreens. By the way, you can also hold down R and press up and down to select an ally. I'm kind of losing my German accent slowly here. Once you have selected this spell, press and hold X to make the target ring appear. Now hold it. Don't let go yet. While holding down X, you move the ring with the directional pad. As you can see, the ring is the same color as the spell you are going to cast. You have selected the Fire spell. When you have placed the ring on the target, release X to cast the spell. I think my voice just broke there. I'm not good with German accents. If you wish to cast recovery spells on yourself, simply move the ring so it targets you. Now, with one ring you can only cast one of these 6 spells. But by combining magic, you can unleash more powerful spells. You can do this together with your allies, or you can stack magic yourself. This is so much easier in multiplayer mode. I'm probably not gonna hardly do this at all in single player. First, you must select a spell and hold down X to summon the target ring. Then press L to fix the target ring in place. Now you can summon another target ring and place it on the first. In this way, you'll be able to cast even more powerful magic. This is called stacking magic. Different combinations and numbers of rings produce different kinds of spells. Experiment and see for yourself. If you have fixed a target ring with L, you can press L again to cast the spell. A successful adventurer knows how to make the most of magic. Well, you are an apt pupil. I think your efforts deserve a reward, yeah? Here. These are what we call orbs. We use them to raise our magic levels. You can find more when you defeat monsters or open treasure chests. Be sure to collect them all. I think I'm like wavering in between French and German at this point. Remember, what matters are the results. Now good luck. These will be dropped by monsters, usually dependent on what dungeon we're in. To make the medicine for the crystal sickness, I must have a Bulbasaur horn. I will await you here. Come back when you have found the Bulbasaur horn. And in order to find and open the dungeon, we need to talk to these two down here. Yeah, the town fountain is turning into something the Swamp Thing wouldn't want to live in. Yeah, we've already heard this before. Normally I'd be the first one down there checking it out, but I can't swim. Oh, do you want to know how to get into the aqueducts? First, you have to leave the town. And we have the coordinates. You're going to check the aqueducts out for us? Excellent! Nice to know there are still people around with good old community spirit. Good luck! If you get rid of that smell, there will be a lot of grateful people around here. Good luck! And with that, I am actually going to call it a night, because this is a pretty good place to stop, considering what's going to go on afterwards, and I have hit an hour 4 times, so thank you to everyone who has joined. It's been fun. I genuinely miss doing this, and I hope to see you all next week. Bye-bye!